Hi, this is Elise from Frills and Lace. I'm not showing my face currently because I hate the way my face looks, so you're just gonna be seeing this bag. So this is a Laura Ashley bag that I got from TJ Maxx. I think it's part of their Valentine's Day collection. So I don't exactly know where it is online because I was unable to find it. So hopefully when you go to TJ Maxx, be on the lookout. So first I have my strawberry shortcake journal. I got this from Five and Below. I'm going to be linking the full price if you want to order it online, but this is where I got it. I put a color coding guide in here. I am a Christian. I am obsessed with theology and things of that nature, so obviously I kind of made like a color coding system, which is super cool, and I love this. And then there's actually 4 tabs, so each tab has a specific theme to it. So this one is for understanding and study, and I've just included some things in here already, like Jehovah of the Old Testament, exaltation. I'm actually a convert for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, so I've been kind of doing a lot of research and just figuring things out, which is awesome. No hate in the comments, please. Yeah. Second tab is orange, so this is like questions and wrestling. This is pretty interesting. I like to include like sticky notes of things that I'm confused about. This is actually a book, by the way, so don't get confused when you're reading that. Just any questions that I have, I can write them down and then kind of wrestle with them, so to speak. It's kind of fun. Pink, heart, and identity and comfort. So I've just been kind of including things in here as well. And then I think the only one that I haven't put anything in for yet is the action, practice, and growth for blue. So I'm excited to utilize all of these sections. So yeah. So this is my agenda / planner. I recommend every person has a planner because it is very helpful to keep your life organized and copacetic in general. So yeah, I am very ADHD, so I need a planner. I got this from Target. I'm gonna see if I can find it and then I'll link it in the video, but I haven't really used much of it yet because well, you know, I just haven't gotten around to a lot of it, but it has like a little like my year bucket list, and so these are all the things that I'm going to be planning on doing. Yes, in case you're curious, if you were Starbucks. And then my first day of school, which is on the 7th. I'm really excited about that. I'm going to BYUI. You probably saw that on my Instagram bio, but yes, I'm going to BYUI. I'm very excited about it. And yeah, so it's super like spread out. What I like about this agenda and what I usually look for in my agendas, I guess, are like places to write on each day, like kind of seeing like a full overview of the month, and then also being able to like compartmentalize, or I guess that's the word for it, I'm not sure, but compartmentalizing like each day, I guess allocating, or like trying to think of the word, like dividing it into days and then having each day very like specific, and you can like write whatever you want in each day, so it kind of like shows you like all the days and you can put whatever you want in there. I don't know if I explained that very well, but I am very excited to use this planner this year, so I can have a better school year. Yay! I also wanted to shout out my Awala. One of my friends got this for me for Christmas. I'm also gonna put like, I think if anyone got me anything, I'm also gonna like link them in this video because I have some awesome friends. But I got this from one of my friends for Christmas, and she is so awesome. It's an Ariel Awala. I am so obsessed with. So I recommend getting a water bottle. It does not have to be this expensive. I just got this for Christmas. I normally would not have bought an Awala for myself, to be honest. I don't have any money. So highly recommend getting a water bottle so you keep yourself hydrated and healthy. also helps with your skin apparently. So you want to keep that skin microbiome nice and moisturized and rejuvenated. So yeah. I would also like to include the Book of Mormon. I don't want to it all be controversial, but this is a book that I really do like and I happen to use every day. So if you have a problem with that, you know, it's fine. It's just, for me personally, this is something I like to use. I am not trying to stir any contention or any animosity. So yeah. But yeah, I love this book. Also going to show you guys some of my highlights in here, which is awesome. Yeah, so I do not, by the way, I have a journaling Book of Mormon, but because I have such limited space in my bag, I do carry around this smaller version of the Book of Mormon that I received from missionaries. So if you are interested, I will link this in the video, but if you are not interested, that is totally fine. It's your prerogative at the end of the day. We all have agency, so God bless. This is a Bible study journal. I love this. I got this at a like a boutique, and it's so cute. So I've already included some verses that I like, and then there's a notes and reflection section, and there's a prayers and praise, and so it's just kind of the same for every page. It's just kind of that same outline and design, so it's super cute. I like this a lot. I actually have two pencil pouches. This is the first one. This is Pen and Gear, like a fruit. I don't actually know where I got this, honestly, and I could not find it to link, so hopefully you can find something similar to this online. Jelly Roll Moonlight pens, Lay pen, Pilot fashion pens, Sharpie highlighters, and one miscellaneous mechanical pencil. Got Uli highlighter / fountain pen, another miscellaneous zebra yellow highlighter. These are my sticky notes. I like to use these for any insights or anecdotes that I want to include in my journals or in my Bible. For decorative purposes, I also like to include my Bible stickers, scrapbooking paper, colorful paper, my sticker printer, Polaroid sticky notes, my washi tape, my strawberry shortcake stickers, second pencil pouch, a miscellaneous black gel pen, my Mildliner / Sharpie S-Note collection, my prized gem of my collection. This is the ESV Study Bible that I got on Amazon for like $20. I love this thing so much. Okay, so when you open it, so I already like color coded everything, but like if you look at, see if I can show you guys what it looks like for each. So each like story, I guess, or like major book, that's what I meant to say. Each book has a timeline, author date, and recipients. It's hard to see, sorry. Theme, and then key themes, which I love. So you can look at those before you start reading. And then all of them have like scholarly footnotes, little did you know sections, character profiles. I think this is absolutely brilliant. I'm obsessed with this. I am very serious about the Bible. I am very diligent in my scriptures. So I like to have something that can help me feast upon the words of Christ, and what better than this Bible. This is my Faith Journey journal. Just so you guys know, this is exclusively at Barnes & Noble. If you want to purchase, it is kind of expensive, but it is actually a really good journal. So basically, it kind of ripped apart a little bit. I've had this for over a year. I have annotations from different chapters of the Book of Mormon. I like to include little things, like little tidbits, like, oh, you know, this is like my favorite verse or something like that. Just so that I can kind of keep track and kind of document and inventory everything. I think it's so important. to do this, especially when you're new, because it's kind of reminds you of where you were before and how you can progress in kind of your trajectory. So yeah, and then I've included like notes on Genesis from the Gospel Library. This literally just has everything in here, not even kidding. Different types of salvation, the afterlife map. This is super cool. I love this. I might have a more detailed, like, yeah, and then I've also included like I was just gonna say I might have more of a detailed video in the future, but yes, I have gospel like talks, like conference talks and things of that nature in here as well. So super cool. And then I also, for now, at this point in time, I actually only use this journal for scripture study. As you can see, I've done a lot of scripture study during to the end. The Christmas devotional. I went with my friend to Adoration, so I did a scripture study there, Catholic Adoration. You can see the family, a proclamation. And then I did some of the Christmas study plan on Gospel Library. So, and that is it. I always like to include at least one faith-related book in my bag. And this book in particular is called No Boring Bible Study by Faith Womack. If you don't know who that is, she's great. She has a YouTube channel called Bible Nerd Ministries, where she discusses different like topics, anything like kind of related to kind of our modern age and scripture. And she's also a really big Bible journaler, which I love. I just got into it, I think, mainly through her, I think is when I started getting into Bible journaling, because she is very comprehensive and thorough in how she does it. And she's just a role model to me. Like, I really respect her and her work. I will also include a link to her YouTube channel in the description. So, yeah. This is the Whatever You Ask weekly prayer journal for women. I highly recommend having something like this if you struggle with your prayer life and you kind of need to be on top of things and making this a priority. I think it's really important. So I'm just going to show you like a blank page. So actually it's fully blank, but that's fine. It'll have different weeks, a verse from a particular scripture in the Bible, devotional, and then your thoughts, response. It'll always have a different verse, but it'll be the same kind of thing where you're writing if you're checking off if it's like a promise, an instruction, or a truth, and then how it impacts me. And then you'll also be including like a little gratitude section, a prayer section, praise section, sorry, and a request section. I think this is great to kind of use supplementally for you know, when you're praying and you're having a hard time figuring out like what to do. I think this is great. I think this is a really fun way to pray and get into a daily habit of praying. So highly recommend. These are the church notes that I got, the church notes journal that I got from Target. So I've just included kind of any talks that I hear from anyone. And then I also do like anything from church. Like this is obviously from church. This is just from the Gospel Library, like I think a general conference talk. And so it's a lot easier to take notes when it's, you know, something that's already written out, so you can kind of pause and reflect. So I've included like scriptures and verses that the talk, you know, like that the speaker references, some notes, key points. You can look at if it's like in the Old or New Testament, how you're feeling. There's like a little mood section right there, what you're grateful for in that particular day. Write the date out, what the name of it is, or kind of the topic of it. And this is great. I think this is a really cool journal. So finally, I have this book that I got from Target. They do sell these at Target, like different versions. I had one that was an Old Testament one, but this one I got, and it's a 30 Days of Jesus. I love this. So I just started using it. It's laminated pages, which is really nice. So as you can see, it shows you all the different weeks that you'll be doing. And then it includes like a kind of a little summary of what you're going to be learning about for the week, like what the theme means, because the week one's portraits. So looking at kind of like art, kind of metaphors and stuff. And then this is the first day of that particular week. You're doing Adam and Eve, a Genesis 1 through 2, and Luke 3:21 to 38 study. And it'll have like little reading portions, and then it'll have a portion where you can answer like various questions that pertain to the reading that you have associated with it. So it's just, I love this. I love answering questions. I love stretching my brain in different ways, and doing mental gymnastics is very fun for me. So highly recommend this book. Thanks for watching Frills and Lace. For more videos, please stay tuned. Bye!